Hi, this is GP, and today I'm going to talk about my very first foil drive assisted SUP foiling downwind run with an F1 Momentum 516, this wonderful foil right here. Can barely read the specs anymore because I send all the paint down. And now we're going to watch some clips from the run, which is probably the most interesting part. If you're into technical stuff and into high-tech graphs that compare it to my other downwind foils that I own, then wait until the end. There'll be more. Okay, I gotta really find a good bump to follow so that I can get some speed and then live with that speed for as long as I can. If I can follow that one. There you go. And now try to get some speed, but fly high. That's how you keep the speed. You stay high. Can't make it over there, I think, so I'm gonna cut to the right. It's not the easiest thing with this boy. Go down there. My stall made it through that one. It's physical, for sure. You gotta keep it moving. It's very critical to fly high, like on every foil, particularly with this one though, because you really don't want it to slow down. Up and over, that's the fun part. Yes, the up and overs beautifully. Look at this. Now that's top speed. I have no idea how fast I'm going. All I know is that I'm going fast. Totally fine. I've been a little low over there. Yeah, you can't do like a lower acceleration point. You gotta be very shallow bumps while staying up high on the mast. Oh. Definitely wouldn't recommend it without a foil drive, because this must be so hard to take off on this thing. Oh, look at this section. There we go, GP. Let loose. Up and over, and right behind the big one right there. Stay behind it. Well, I hope you guys are watching, seeing what I'm seeing, because this is gorgeous and fast. Oh yeah, that's the best. Straight lining, up and overing, accelerating. Oh, this is amazing. Whoa. And I can even rest a little bit, because I've been pumping. Oh my God, if it was all like this is like a skate park, foil park, whatever. Oh, big one. Going, see if I can sneak behind the one on the back, and I think I should go to the right a little more as far as ideal line, but it's so good right here. Who wants to change? My God, this is fast. I want to see the split of this kilometer or two that I'm doing right now, because I'm going really fast. Little bumping just because I thought the section was kind of going and it would let me slow down, so we gotta keep it moving. Can't relax too much. All right, stay high, GP. Good condition. Again, not the biggest bumps, but good enough for me to finally put this thing to the test. I have to say, watching Kiahi clip on Instagram yesterday, this motivated me. So thank you, brother Kiahi. Here we go. Too low, too low. Think I lost it? Did I? Yes, I did. Foil drive. There we go. So that was a mistake. Oh my God, that's strong. This is beautiful. It's a very, very physical, engaging, kind of high performance, kind of downwinding for sure. Whew. Okay, welcome back to my foil kitchen. On the fridge right here, we have this extremely high-tech graph, and then I'm going to try to explain it. So these are the F1 foils I own for downwind. Going up, we increase the speed and physicality of the run. Going down, we increase the easiness. So I learned how to do foil drive assisted subfoiling downwinders with the Eagle A90. I do not use it anymore for that because I became good enough. So everything that's gonna say obviously depends on the skill level. My weight is 150 and Maui conditions, foil drive with the 4-6 boards, all those aspects are very, very important. And you can have a little bit of an issue translating to yourself. I understand that, but that's what I can talk about. So, Eagle A90, 9.6 aspect ratio, 92.5. Easy, slow for my taste. Then recently I acquired an Eagle X700, aspect ratio 12, similar wingspan to these two. Remember this wingspan. Know your wingspans, know your aspect ratios, please. Remember those two because check it out, very similar to the Momentum 516 also. So this is now my easy foil that I use. If I go this, it's too boring, it's too easy. So when the wind is light and the bumps are small, I put the Eagle X700. Don't forget, I have a Foil Drive Plus and the paddle. So I can take off anytime I want, pretty much, even in the flats with these foils. Then I have an Eagle X600, aspect ratio 12, wingspan 85, which it definitely requires some stronger conditions, like at least 20 knots of wind and at least waist to chest high bumps. If it's a little more than 20 knots, actually probably better, 22 I would say. Even more difficult and physically engaging is my Eagle 690, aspect ratio 9.7, span 82. Now this, at the moment, remains my favorite foil for this discipline. It's hard as hell, you gotta pump very hard, and I can only do it when it's blowing 25 knots plus. But man, how fun it is, because with 82 compared to the every other foil of wingspan, it feels like a surf foil when I do a downwinder. It is not a surf foil, it's still a high aspect foil. I would never use this on the waves at Ka'a. I would never use this for winging on waves because I have a Skate 650, works a lot better. The Phantoms for subfoiling work a lot better, they carve a lot harder. But on a downwinder in which you don't do 180 degrees cutbacks, but they're all the carving in the downwind direction, it makes it so much fun. Now, I acquired a Momentum 516. As you see, it's not connected to the graph, so I still don't really know where to place it. It's only one run with the foil drive. I did 3 with the wing. And I can say the following. It is as physical engaging as the Eagle, maybe a little less. Meaning, once you get it in a good position and a good glide, the thing keeps going. But the bump needs to be fairly big, otherwise it slows down and then you gotta pump hard. The difference between these two is the way you pump it. One of the differences. Well, first, let's talk some tails. I recommend using the Momentum with the Downwind 135 tail. It's an XS fuse, so it's a fuse that for me is usually too long. I don't particularly like it. This is my favorite tail so far with all the other 4 foils, because it's a very chopped 31 wingspan downwind tail, downwind 190 tail, that instead is on a XXX S fuse. There's 2 inches different, 5 centimeters between those 2 fuses. I like short fuse because it pumps quick and it's super maneuverable. Now, of course, I did the first wing downwinding runs I did with the momentum. That's the reference tail that I put, and it didn't work particularly well because when you pump, it feels like you slamming the whole foil, front and tail, through the column of water because I'm used to pump hard on this. So I think a higher aspect ratio tail like this, it is a much better match for this foil. It allows me to pump better, but you still need to pump shallow. You don't want to go too much up and down. That's when you stall it. So longer fuse doesn't allow me to do the big up and down pumps, which I enjoy. So it's more like shallow taps, tap, tap, tap. And if you're able to do those with the foil very close to the surface, so flying high, that's when this foil really shines. So the difference, I said, the main difference is the way you pump it. Another difference is that this remains more maneuverable than this. But remember I said this is similar to this as this. This turns a lot better than this, that turns a lot better than this. Why is that? Because at the very tips, look how thin those tips are. So you can imagine having this go through the water is a lot easier than having a wider cord tip going through the water when you roll it. And I don't really know exactly where to place it. I was hoping it was going to end up here, much more difficult, but it's not. Why was I hoping that? Because I like to challenge myself. I have a foil drive, I want to go faster and more maneuverable. I don't care if I use the foil drive a few times or whatever. I use it like about 4 times on the first run, which is really promising, meaning sooner or later, if I wait for the right condition and keep using, I'll be able to do dry runs on this. I have not been able to do a dry run with Eagle 690 yet, believe it or not. I think I've done dry runs with all the other ones. Dry runs meaning once I get up, I never come down, I go all the way down. Of course, it depends a lot on the conditions, and the one thing I think the momentum will excel better than the Eagle 690 is on when it's really big and on a really big drop. We're talking double overhead, middle of the ocean, double overhead, so still slopey, but still double overhead. Drops that you look down and you get scared. I get scared. This gives me the confidence to just go. This one, unless I put the longer fuse, maybe, but this one with the shorter fuse, it's a little sketchy. But this is still, I mean, Eagle 690 waterfoil, I freaking love it. Please, F1, make an Eagle 590 and 490, because all the other brands have high aspect around 10 foils of that size, and GP would like it. Ciao.